Hello and welcome to CloudFolks HUB. My name is Bhavesh Atara. I want you to understand ECS features according to the real world. And that's why we are creating our ECS project. And through this project, we are actually understanding all the features of ECS. For this particular project, we have already completed 4 steps out of 8. And in this video, we are going to start step number 5.1, understanding ECS task definition. It is really very interesting to understand task definition because if you want to create ECS task or service, you have to set up task definition first. And this is really very interesting. So let's start. Now, before I'm going to talk about step number 5.1, understanding ECS definition, let's talk about our current scenario of this particular project. Right now, I have one ECS cluster ready. This cluster having both infrastructure, Fargate and EC2. I have my built machine as well. From this built machine, we also built one image and we already pushed this image from this built machine to the ECR repository. If you look at this ECR repository, we have our image ready. Now, from this particular image, I want to create task or service inside this ECS. Now, if you want to do this, you have to set up task definition first. So, in order to create task or service inside ECS cluster, the first step is to set up task definition. Now, I'm going to explain you what is this task definition using this particular mind map. So here we have introduction of task definition. In ECS, a task definition is a detailed set of instructions that tells ECS how to prepare and run your container-based application. You are defining everything needed to run your app. See, whenever you are going to create task or service, you have to provide detail about this task. Let's say that which image you are going to use. Right now, we have this image ready inside ECR, but we have to inform ECS that using this image, you need to create tasks. And how we can inform this to ECS? Using task definition. Once we will create tasks, we have to allocate resources to the task to run this particular application like CPU, memory, etc. that we can provide using the task definition as well. Now, how you can access this application, which port you need to open, how you are going to set up environment variable, all this detail will be provided through the task definition. In short, task definition means writing all the setup rules and configuration that ECS will follow, whether you want to create task or service to run your application. I'm going to my ECS and here I have this task definition and I'm going to click on create task definition. Now, we have all this detail that we need to provide in the task definition. For example, which launch type we want. We want to launch this task into the Fargate or into the EC2. Now, this information is also very important. Why? Because there are some settings which is applicable to Fargate only. Some settings are applicable to EC2. If I want to give you example, look at over here. I just selected ECS Fargate. And here, network mode is grayed out and it is just only AWS VPC. Why? Because Fargate only supports one network mode, which is AWS VPC. But EC2 launch type supports all this. Right? Now, I'm not going to talk about network mode right now, that we will discuss in upcoming video. But I just want to inform you that when you are going to create task definition, you have to provide launch type. And based on the launch type, you can choose various settings of your task definition, right? Now, overall, if I'm going to talk about the settings that we can define inside the task definition, we have all these settings. Now, I'm not going to talk about each and every settings right now because we want to practically understand all this, right? We have our application in which we are going to use most of them. For example, we are going to, we have to set up port mapping. We have to use task roles. We have to use environment variable. So, we are going to understand all these options of the task definition practically. But I just want to provide you some most important information about the task definition as well, because this is just an introduction video of task definition. Definitely all these options we are going to understand step by step, but here in this introduction video, these are the most important notes related to the task definition.
Sorry to interrupt you. I know you guys are enjoying our video a lot because our final ultimate goal is Solution Architect Certification exam. To reach the destination, we required full videos. Path number 1, our 6-in-1 program. Our 6-in-1 program include all prerequisite skills which is needed as a cloud engineer. It include 24/7 support, lifetime update, section-wise practice test, full course practice test with tips and tricks by Bhavesh Atara, how to do exam preparation course, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Atara, and 6 AWS project with documents. Path number 2, you can enroll by paying 499 and get Hindi and English, both the languages, videos of AWS. The choice is yours how to create your success story by choosing best one. Best of luck. Thank you.